Good morning. I actually finished editing early last night and exported, got to sleep early, got up this morning ready to upload everything, and there's some new news that came out that I need to address. There are some supposed leaks about an Easter event that's supposed to start tomorrow. These leaks come from someone called Hidden Leaker on Reddit who successfully predicted the Water Festival event before it started, and from Team Evolution on Twitter, who I've never actually heard of, but they're both reporting the same thing. And that is, for the Easter event, there's going to be double experience for a week, and something to do with eggs. Hidden Leaker says something about 2K eggs. Team Evolution says that rarer Pokemon like Snorlax and Lapras are going to be more common from eggs during the event. Remember, there's no confirmation of this, these are just leaks at this point, but we should find out pretty soon whether or not it's true, because they're both claiming that the event is starting tomorrow. So I figured I'd let you know now so you can save your candies, save your evolutions until we find out for sure if this event is going to happen, and I guess we'll know for sure by tomorrow's video. So anyway, enjoy the rest of this one. We're starting the day with some breakfast on 4th Street. And if you're coming to Long Beach to eat, I cannot get that right. There we go. Recommend 4th Street over 2nd Street over downtown. There's a stretch of 4th Street with just a ton of really good restaurants and little shops. It's probably one of the more interesting parts of Long Beach, I would say. Got it. Lots to talk about today.
Yeah, this is fast.
We got a little Nelly Furtado in the background, but I hope YouTube can't hear that. This gym is pretty stacked. I'm probably not going to make it through this whole thing, but I'm going to try while we talk about what's been going on in the world of Pokemon GO recently. We got TLC now. So, people are asking what was found in the APK mine of the most recent update, 0.61, and the answer is really nothing. Everything that was in the changelog that Niantic posted with the game was pretty accurate.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Can I have the first veggie skewers?
I'm gonna have the veggie breakfast burrito, please. Where was I? Yeah, really nothing new or exciting found under the hood of that update. There was, well, we talked about it yesterday, the new messages that were found about gym raids. That was one of the updates, and then just minor performance improvements under the hood. But nothing that hints at an upcoming Easter event, nothing that hints at upcoming updates, aside from those gym messages. Now, beyond that though, there's some other stuff that I want to talk about, but I can't think of right now, because I'm too focused on trying to beat this Blissey. Oh my god, what else? What else was there? Oh, I just messed up. See what I mean? Start thinking. Can't talk and think. Come on. There we go. Whew. What else?
What?
I remembered. There have been some recent efforts. That's not the right button. I don't know how Mystic 7 does this, but I cannot talk and battle at the same time. Spoofers are getting hit with some updates recently, both on iOS and on Android. It's been made a lot harder for people to spoof in Pokemon GO. So that's huge news. Great news for those of us who have been plagued by spoofers constantly taking over gyms. That's not necessarily entirely Niantic, but Apple and Google also helping out, making it a little bit more difficult to fake your location with GPS. So good news there. Other news, Niantic also has a support account on Twitter that sort of quietly got announced. The account is at Niantic Help on Twitter. I'll put a link to that in the description if you're the type of person who likes to click instead of type. So if you have questions, if you need support for the game, that's the account to tweet at. Please don't flood that account with, like, you know, where's Gen 3 type comments, stuff like that. Oh man. Don't complain about the tracker. This is a support account for technical support. So let's try to, you know, use it appropriately. But that's a pretty big step. That's a huge step because it shows that Niantic is actually trying to get in touch with the player base, to be a little bit more active in communication. So definitely a good thing in my book. I'm trying to save Golem for the Dragonites in case I need it, because I didn't bring in anything for the Dragonites. No Lapras. That was a huge mistake on my part. Alright. That was difficult. I wasn't totally prepared for that battle. But at the very least, I knocked the Blissey out of the bottom spot, so it should be a lot easier moving forward. Out. Before we leave, I'm just gonna have the same problem as before. I beat that Tyranitar and he pooped out a little Larvitar for me. 575. Here we go. I need these candies. It's a hot car that I'm leaning on. Got it. 6 Larvitar candies. What am I up to? 68. And that's not a good one. So, 69. We're going down to the pike, but it's so bright that I can't really see. I got some eggs hatching, but can you just tell me what they are?
Yeah.
And make sure I don't run into anything. Voltorb. Yuck.
What is Voltorb doing?
Oh my god, and there's a Voltorb right next to me. Okay, next one. It's a little bit better now that we're not facing the sun. At least it's not plaguing 10k eggs anymore, right? Bug Bite, Close Combat. Oh, it's a pretty good one too. 2 moves, different types. Not what I like to see. What else?
Like, what the hell? I want to brighten.
What else is going on out here? More Voltorbs. Wow. For the first time in my life, a Pokemon lasted in a gym at the Pike overnight. It's about to be gone. Someone's battling it down right now, but it's still there, temporarily. This mail's starting to pile up, so I want to try to make a little dent in it before we have to head out again. Don't have a ton of time, so set a timer for 10 minutes.
Sure, 10 minutes. Started.
Started. Let's open some mail. I always forget or lose track of how long it actually takes to open all this mail, so 10 minutes we should be able to get through a decent amount. While we're doing that though, let's talk a little bit about spoofing, botting. Ooh. Oh, yes. It's the Trainer Tips mug. Check this out. This is available in the shop if you're a coffee drinker. I'm not, but I can put some hot tea in it. Sweet. That Trainer Tips, what? That Niantic support Twitter account that we talked about earlier replied to a tweet saying that they're working on adding functionality to the game that will prevent spoofing. So they are actively working on it. Dear Nick, my name's Philip and I currently live in Hawaii. Shaka brah. Enclosed are some assorted Magic the Gathering cards which I thought you might like. I didn't give you a ton because I know you don't have a ton of space in your house. I appreciate that consideration. Ton of Pokemon Go the next day. All spawns were gone. They simply disappeared. At first, I thought it was a glitch and they would come back. Kailua is a tourist town and sits next to the ocean, and literally, if you walk past a certain point, beyond Kailua, Pokemon will spawn. My only theory is that the military had something to do with it, but I really have no idea. Attached are some screenshots of what Pokemon GO in Kailua looks like. That's interesting. It could definitely have something to do with the military base, because military bases are generally no spawn zones. It's possible that the military asked to have the spawns removed, but it's also possible that having an area marked as a military base on OpenStreetMap is what prevents Pokemon from spawning. This is going to cut into this mail time quite a bit, but I'm interested now. I'm going to hop onto OpenStreetMap and see what's going on in Kailua. Interesting. Clearly, the Marine Corps base is mapped here, and we can see that. So there's the boundary for the military base. Obviously, that doesn't extend into Kailua itself. See, the base is marked with land use military. That's probably a tag that prevents Pokemon from spawning, but the city itself doesn't have that tag. Interesting. There's also an Air Force base nearby. So, I mean, it's definitely possible that since it's so close to two different bases, the military asked to have spawns removed, but I find that really unlikely. So, Philip, if you're watching, send me some more information about this because I'm curious now. Try to find out exactly where on the map the Pokemon spawns stop, so we can try to find a border there and see if there's any difference between the areas where they are spawning and where they aren't. If you're looking at this map right now, try to go to all the borders of what's highlighted here for Kailua and find out where the Pokemon spawns start and stop, and if it's exactly related to these exact borders here. Because this is it's interesting to find out why Pokemon disappear from certain locations. Alright, let's stick to the small stuff. We don't have a lot of time here. Passport holder. Hey Nick, thanks for all your great videos. I look forward to seeing more. Pogo and other subjects too. Thank you. While in New Zealand, see if you can get to Kawakawa and check out underwater toilets? Yes, public toilets? But really cool. Okay. Gail, thank you for the passport holder, and I will try to see those public toilets. Alright, do we have time for one more? I'm pushing it. From Alex. Hey Nick, my name's Alex. I'm in middle school. I just have to say how awesome your channel is. Thank you, Alex. Anyway, we have a laser engraver at our school, and I made you a Tyranitar to make up for the one that you didn't get. Thanks, man. This is actually really cool. Alright, that was only a few seconds over, but I gotta get changed real quick. It didn't work. I don't know. I gotta practice that, I think. Anyway, Pelicans at Lakers tonight. Let's go. Snacks is a little upset that he didn't get to see Boogie and AD play, but it was actually kind of cool to see the legend Meta World Peace in potentially the last game of his career. A man so known for being violent, he had to change his name to World Peace. Looking forward to playoffs. See you guys tomorrow.